All right, turn the boat. Turn the boat. Don't worry about that. Turn the boat. So that's time on the boat too, right? All right, so that's got to get out to save us. We don't want the wind to get behind that. And as long as the wind's from over there, it's not behind the sail if the sail is out. All right, pull forward, trim. So aim for your corner of the bridge. You're on a beam reach now. Do you feel it? All right, backing up. I'm bringing the pole back a little bit. EDW. Sit there. Here to balance the boat. Backing up. So you get some idea that the most important person on the boat under spinnaker is the helmsman. Because the helmsman can put you in a bad position or keep you in a good position. Trim. Put the pole forward. All right, I'm gonna back the pole up just a little bit. There we go. You still need to get used to using that.
Yeah,
Well, then you just fold it back.
but then it's pinching your hand.
Well, what I don't want you to do is get in a bad habit to begin with, because then it'll be harder to break. As uncomfortable as it may be, it's what's necessary. So, how you feel, Steve-O? I'm not watching everything, so holler at me sometimes. Let me know. And then when you get the crew trained, you can kind of rely on the crew, quit watching them and guarding them, assume that they'll do the good job for you, and then you can pay more attention to your job.
Like I'm telling them everything.
Probably.
There were a couple of plays of beauty today.
DDW.
Nope. You want DDW?
Nah, it's just coming and going. It depends on how the boat heals.
It's just when I looked up there.
Yeah.
I think the boat did this
I
actually.
think that's Mick in front of us.
That's the little
Take
Dory.
Yeah. Let me know if the pole needs to go forward or back, whatever you feel. Feel okay?
Yep.
Come back just a skosh. No, he's just running. So he's on that polar diagram. So we're sailing deep and he's on the hot angle, so he's going faster. He has to sail extra distance, so, you know, the math's got to work out that your increase of speed offsets the increase in distance. That's why you look at the polar diagram and have some idea beforehand, a priori. So you just get out here and you know the wind's blowing 8, polar diagram says be here. That's assuming everything is trimmed right and everything else right, so there's a lot of variables that go into that.
So basically my polar is J24.
I'm close to it, but you should be able to find the polars for America.
Yeah, there's enough.
Yeah, America's been around for so long.
When I looked, a lot of people said, well, just use the J24.
Sure. You're not quite a J24, but yeah, so J24 went in the shed and America came out.
It's the legend.
Yeah, so you're a little bit narrower.
quite a few sailboats
It's a
out.
pretty sight.
It is, isn't it? I don't like the cup holder here. Digs into my calf every time I move.
At least it doesn't smell like smoke anymore. It's just light particulates now.
California.
I think all of this. I don't think we're driving that to create some smoke. If you want to reach down there and get that screwdriver, it's the yellow handle on that.
For what?
Pull that off.
Oh, no.
Or you can break it off.
No. I'm just letting you know.
Should I raise this inside?
So typically well, you would, but it's probably under load now and you probably can't move it. So,
There's no way.
okay. Well, if you want to, go ahead. I got the sheet. There you go. And so, you want the clues to be basically the same height, and usually the deeper you go, the higher the pole and the higher the clues will be. And so if the pole ends up at an angle, that's okay. It's not optimized, right? Because you're not getting the most projection out.
DDW.
Yeah, the Salem Frenchman's having fun with that little 650.
Yeah, I saw him today. He was getting ready. He went down south, getting ready for another race.
Yep.
Who's this? Nick? That's that one?
Huh?
Offshore starboard.
That's probably Mick.
Yeah, that's
So you want to look at the wind and decide how you want to sail.
Yeah. Trying to get it back.
Well, do we want to heat it up?
I just did heat it up.
Well, okay, so in this point I look, our destination is dead downwind, so there's not going to be a jibe. So if you heat it up, then you have to sail more distance dead downwind, which is the slow mode.
Yeah.
So just kind of do what you can here and watch for a wind shift or pray for a wind shift, whatever it is you want. If it stays DDW, then you're good for another jibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all my camera.
Well, mine's running. I hope.
Yeah, but you're not getting mixed.
Oh, no.
Or looking cod or.
Yeah.
You need to train the
So
camera.
just let him know that he's DDW sometimes. It's all about communication on the boat, right? It's everybody needs to help out.
How you doing, Mick? I forgot to switch my colors.
So in heavy air, you got to watch that because then there's waves and wind that will take it off the boat.
Go swimming.
Yeah. Cam's already doused. So they both have roller fervors too, right? So it makes things a little bit easier for them. So there's something in the rules about having two head sails up at the same time. You can do it for transition, but when you sail DDW, sometimes you can get extra sail area out with the Genoa. Well, that's why they have the rule, right? But sometimes, you know, you can push the rules a little bit. And there's no rules here, so if we went up with the Genoa, it won't hurt the kite because all of the air from the kite is on this side of the main, right?
Yeah. What are we going to do, a windward or leeward takedown?
Right now we're going to do a windward takedown. So the first thing to do is to clear the pole. So you'll trip it off, swing it forward, I'll let the topping lift go so it goes to the deck. Now the jib will already be up. And then I'll let you go to the halyard, and I'll pull it into the house over here, okay?
Okay, where's the spin halyard?
Here's the halyard here, but you're on the mast,
Yeah.
right? So you do everything you need to from the mast.
Where's our buoy? To our
There's
starboard?
any number of buoys, okay? It's just any buoy down here, and they're all going through a buoy on this side, so we're free to go to a buoy on this side. So, again, it's a matter of geometry, right? Why does everybody go to that buoy? Because the bridge is set like that, so this buoy is closer than the other buoy. But sometimes, just when we're out having a good time, it depends on what position it'll put your boat to the wind on the next leg. And generally speaking, the summer breeze is around 170, 160. So that is the
DDW.
buoy to have.
Yep.
So some of the race management was you'd look up now and you decide, do I want a job so I can do a leeward takedown, or do I want to hold here and go ahead and do a windward takedown right after jibe? Because you have to jibe to get back around the mark. Well, in this case, because they're rounding the starboard, or if you're rounding the port, then you wouldn't be jibing.
Going around the starboard?
All right, I'm going up with the jib. Hold on. Keep going where you're going.
Now we're running. Why didn't we have that
Whoa,
up
whoa, whoa,
earlier?
spinnaker, spinnaker, spinnaker.
You need to turn it down. The wind came real far forward. So you got to turn it down first. Hold. Alright, you ready? Pull out of the way. Ready on the halyard? Give me the halyard when you can. Hold. Alright, this sheet. What's it step on me?
Hanging somewhere.
Yeah, it's in the cabin. Got it. Alright, we're good. Foredeck clear.
Clear.
Keep the boat going. Force there. Carl. Alright, so turn up. Get some wind in the jib.
Don't turn up too much. Yeah. Ready with that?
No, you're just going to tighten up. Stand by on the main sheet. Main sheet comes in first, then the jib. Main sheet on, main sheet on. Okay? Pull this trapper up for him a little bit. So he needs an off ship, right? So let's clear the spin, put the tail back behind him, and throw the front one out.